The CE is a neural network of incredible power. Given enough raw data, it can practically predict the future, making it perfect for scheduling, logistics, analysis of supply and demand. In short, everything needed to run a factory, or an empire. There's just one problem. It's not a computer. It's a pod of imprisoned sense,
Dun, dun,
linked in
dun.
parallel and blind and deaf to everything except info Abby feeds them, but fully awake and aware of their eternal isolation.
I know we're talking about sense, but that's horrible.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions here. Basically, she created a server farm out of synthetic robots, and they sort of distinguish between robots and synths in here. Synths have AI and have varying degrees of intelligence. So, yeah, we are talking about beings that can think. Not people,
Markham
exactly.
was afraid wiping their minds
But
and memories would hamper their
definitely not
problem-solving capabilities and
computers.
lateral thinking. So she decided not to do it.
Instead, she decided to leave them wide awake to go stir-crazy in a living death of endless darkness.
Yeah, we literally made an AI out of beings in a sensory depth tank, and we're surprised that it's basically gone insane.
That's right. She's hoping that blanking them will reset the engine and make it run the way it's supposed to.
And that's why Markham wants this thing. It's gonna reset things.
You've got the timeline a little bit wrong, but basically, yes. I took the degausser and left Steeltown before Abby and Di built the engine, hoping Abby's humanity would prevent her from continuing it. When she realized she'd have to enslave fully awake, self-aware beings to complete it. It didn't even slow her down. She let Di convince her that synths weren't actually sentient, and just kept right on building their cage.
Yeah, but synths aren't sentient, Engineer Blue. No more than I am. They're just tools to be used.
And she's an amoral Canadian, too. This is another first.
Yeah, Di, we know your thoughts on the subject. So, what now, Rangers? Still want to take the degausser back to Abby? And let her use it to terminate the brain function of 8 living, thinking minds?
Right. So this is a recurring dilemma in Wasteland 3. This synth issue is not the main plot, but it comes up heavily in one section of the game, and you do run into more of them as you go. It's sort of complicated, because some of them are remnants of the army you defeated in the second game, some of them are still hostile, and some are a little more nuanced. So what's the alternate solution here?
Free them, Rangers. At least talk to them before you make your decision. They're thinking beings. Shouldn't they have a say in what happens to them?
Pretty sure Administrator Markham wouldn't take kindly to that. No sirree, Bob.
Oh, God.
Abby can get along without the CE, and you know it, Di. Steeltown ran just fine without it. What do you say, Rangers?
Okay, let's try to work this crazy plan out.
I wouldn't normally trust a bunch of hired guns. And part of me screaming that I should take some kind of collateral just in case. But I've heard a lot about the good things you've done.
Now, I like this little section here. They actually track the things you've done since you arrived in Steeltown.
You got rid of Markham's pig of a security chief, Ludlow. You kept casualties to a minimum when we went toe-to-toe. You brought those refugees at the bazaar safely to Colorado Springs. You managed not to piss off the robots at the airport. You showed Markham and the rest of Steeltown what a crook that kiss-ass Benny Bianchi was. You helped out the folks in the camp here outside Steeltown. Because of all that, I guess I'll trust you and hand over the degausser.
There we go. So because we were enough of a goody two-shoes, we can avoid a fight completely with these guys. Hooray! Yeah, it's not an especially elegant way of doing it, but I like the structure of it. I like the idea that there are long-term consequences to these decisions you've made throughout the course of it. Alright, let's take some stuff. Yes, we very definitely did not have to kill a lot of innocent people in our playthrough, guys. Oh, dude left his computer unlocked. Let's read stuff. Locations, audio clip of Blue dictating notes. Blah, blah, blah. Decided to bring back the bad old days of industry instead. Expedience over safety, profit over sustainability. Looks like it's going to be up to the ghost to do it right. Yeah, but used to have passion for the dream. Used to be a dream for everyone. The burgers. It seems like the dream's only for you. Letter stops there. Die. Dies more like spy. Uh-huh. Clever. Best guesser ever made by the hands of man. A tool to narrow the infinite to the plausible to the likely to the desired. It's also a hellish eternal workhouse prison for inorganic minds, and the hill upon which Abby abandoned the last of her humanity. There's a right way to do it. We could have built a neural network from scratch, but that would have taken patience, and Abby had run out. When Di suggested we chain together some synths as a shortcut, Abby gave her the go-ahead. Oh, so this was Di's idea. God damn. Yeah, I think she's like... She's the obligatory evil Canadian. She is... If she were a robot, she would have a goatee. That's what we're dealing with here. Chip, took the snapped into Gausser with me. Wasn't part of the enslavement of thinking beings. Okay, what does it say about the synths? Figures out those AZ synths have the right neural architecture to interface with the CE. What she's become, how do I convince her to imprison them into slavery? Interesting. So these synths might actually have been from Arizona. They might be some of the guys that we were fighting in the previous game. That complicates things. Alright, yeah, just more notes about stuff here. Anything else? Oh, we already read about that. Where's the way out of this? Here we go. Where's the octopus ink? Oh, nice. Alright. Now, where's that degausser thingy? Did we not get it? Or did we take it already? Oh, he gave it to us. Never mind. That's how much attention I'm paying. Alright, what's your story, pal?
Bros, what's up? I'm Handcraft. It's totally radical to make your acquaintances.
Oh my god. Where the hell's this guy from?
All kinds of stuff, broskies. I'm Blue's go-to bro. His top bro assistant is Bro Friday.
Oh, mother of God.
Oh, well, I'm modeled after a left hand, but however you want to say it, bros, yeah, that's me. If Blue asks, I do it. Whatever I can to help my dude make major gains in his most respectable business. Mainly putting together his bodacious ideas into tubular gizmos.
Yeah, this is somewhere in California. I'm gonna say San Francisco or Los Angeles.
You know it, Brobolas. All of Blue's dudes are always excellent to each other. It's a beautiful thing, brosis.
I want to laugh, I don't want to cry at the same time. Actually, can we recruit him? Let's find out.
Dudes, that does sound like an excellent adventure, but Blue needs me here, so I'm gonna have to bail. Radical offer, though, Briz. Later, bros. Take it sleazy.
Okay, yeah. This has been an adventure. So we got a guy that makes personalities out of tools and toilets and basically everything else he can find. Okay. Let's carry on.
Oh, Rangers.
Hey, Miss Girlfriend, how you
Can
doing?
I help you with? Oh, jeez, that sweet moron. I was afraid of this. Look, I joined the Ghosts to help Blue build a better future for Steeltown. But right now, that means raiding the factory, dodging robots, fighting, and none of those things are Bug's strong suit. If he finds me, he'll want to join me. And if he joins me, he'll get himself killed. He can't shoot, he can't run, and he can't keep his head down. Once Blue's operation is legit, I'll send for Bug, and we'll have our happy ever after. But not now.
That's a surprisingly sensible answer.
So please, don't tell him you found me. Or at most, tell him I'm safe. Because that's the only way to keep him safe. Understand?
Yeah, what the hell.
Thanks, Rangers. And tell him I love him.
Alright. Can we take anything over here? I mean, we're all buddies, right? Y'all don't mind if I take stuff? Apparently they don't. Ah. I'll come back when I got more lockpicking. Talk to this toaster? God, tell me they didn't give a toaster a personality. Okay, so it's just, we can basically use this to lure him in here, and then I think the computer lets us lock the door on him. That's if we wanted to do more stealth stuff here. Fortunately, that is no longer necessary. Oh, nice. Alright, back to the factory. So yeah, I think the central paradox of Wasteland is that the structure of it allows for a degree of flexibility in how you approach, and it's clearly thinking about it's clearly giving the player some leeway, but it's also doing it in kind of a tongue-in-cheek fashion. It's really kind of a weird tone. Sometimes it works. Sometimes the weirdness is just the right offset to keep things from just getting too grim. But sometimes it just makes things seem strange.
Hi everyone, Betty Bianchi here, Steeltown
Yeah, it's a
Personnel
shame.
Manager.
Oh, hungry.
Update on our current restructuring. Everything's going great. Thanks!
Now, here is where my advanced knowledge betrays itself, because I'm going to make a hard save here, because various things are going to happen, and we're going to have to make a certain decision. Now, you may dimly recall that after we had dealt with Ludlow, one of the crates we opened gave us a weapon to mount the stun grenades onto our vehicle. Now, why would we do that if we can't bring it to fight the ghosts, and we're basically done with the factory? Obvious answer, we are not done with the factory. So, let me talk to Bug over here.
Hi again. Have you found Nova yet?
Alright. Yeah, we'll stick with what we said we'd do.
Oh, please! I can't bear to be separated from her. Please?
Dog, sit tight. Trust me, you're better off.
Well, I guess I'll just be patient then. Thank you.
There we go. Okay, this is going to demonstrate what I keep talking about, where Wasteland 3 kind of introduces dilemmas without a clear... whether there's arguments to be made for both sides. We're seeing we're having a bit of an issue here, and we're going to want to separate people out, because no matter what we decide, things are going to get messy very quickly. Jody, I want you to go over here. Lucia up front. Raleigh over here. Actually, Scotchmo, we're going to have you over here as well. Come on. Switch to your non-lethal, buddy. Alright, Nate, you're going to have to take one for the team on this.
What the hell is this, Crow? You're on strike again? Didn't you get what you wanted?
We got rid of Ludlow, but we only went back to work because the Rangers promised we'd speak to us ASAP. You haven't said shit.
Come on. It's only been, what, a few hours?
Yeah? And what part of ASAP didn't you understand?
Can't we do this after we've been preparing the coming brigades? I'm trying to keep your people safe.
Ha! Of course you would. Wouldn't want anyone else damaging your property, would you?
Sound mixing in this is kind of
we
off.
want to be safe from you, Markham.
Camera's positioned right over one of the vents, and it's sort of
Better
interfering
pay,
with the speech.
A schedule that doesn't drive us into the grave.
And I'll give it to you, Crow. All of it. I promise. Afterwards. After we stop the gangs from raising this place to the ground and taking all the slaves. Just please go back to work now.
You don't get it, Markham. We're not afraid of being taken as slaves because we're already slaves. You, on the other hand, have a whole factory to do if we don't go back to work. And that, lady, is called Rangers, there you are. Can you believe this shit? Markham's breaking promises already. We're not going back in there until she opens negotiations, and that's that.
Crow's crazy, Rangers. I haven't had time to finish a cup of coffee since you left, and she's already on strike. Tell her I'll honor my promises when we're all safe.
Okay, yeah, this is a lot less clear-cut than when we were dealing with Ludlow. I sympathize with Crow, but also it really has not been a lot of time since the last strike, and another firefight really isn't what we need right now. So let's see how far we can get
Didn't I say I
without
was willing to negotiate?
committing yet.
The only thing I won't compromise on is the time. We talk now, or we're done talking.
And that's the one thing I can't compromise on. Either work now and negotiate later, or you'll never work here again.
Same old song and dance, hey Markham? Why is it every time the workers want something, the answer is always, wait till next year, or after this push? And every time the bosses want something, we're supposed to say, yes ma'am, right away ma'am. Well, ma'am, we're done delaying our safety and security until it's convenient for you. If you can't run this factory so it takes care of all of us, then you're not going to run it at all. We are. As of right now, we're taking over.
What? Are you insane? You don't know how to run a factory.
Neither do you, Markham. You're done. How about you, Rangers? You helped us before. Will you help us again?
Yeah, this is getting a little out of hand here.
Rash? Rash is doing nothing while my brothers and sisters get mangled in the machines. Rash is working another 16-hour shift on no sleep and half rations. This is life or death for us, Rangers. Literal life or death. Now, you're either with us or you're against us. What's it gonna be?
Please don't do this, Rangers. If you betray Administrator Markham, I'm gonna have to fight ya.
I'm not usually a fight the system kind of gal, but this system sucks. Let's help these people.
We have to back Markham, or Steeltown is doomed. Crow's demands can be addressed later.
Rangers, you are fools if you do this. Your reputation, your contract with the Patriarch, the survival of Steeltown. All those things will be thrown away if you take this step. Now, I'm finally seeing that Crow is the maniac Ludlow always said she was. So I am ordering you, Rangers, put down this revolt and remove her by any means necessary. Do I make myself clear?
Okay, kids, decision time. Now, if we side with Markham, we end up in a fight with Crow and her workers, and we get the chance to knock them out. If we side with Crow, we do put her in charge of the facility, but we are going to have to start shooting people. The staff aren't equipped with the cybernetics that let them be incapacitated, so that will be lethal combat, and that will kill a lot of the people we were previously helping. So, our options. Side with Crow, side with Markham, or not pick sides at all, which puts us in conflict with Crow, and I think it makes Markham pissed at us as well. So, one way or another, we're going to start shooting people, and I'm going to put it to chat. Let's put it to a vote. What are you folks feeling? How do you want to end this? Yeah, it comes down to the question, how bad do you want the revolution? Alright, one vote for neutral, one vote for kill the person making the most sense, one vote for Crow, one vote for Markham, kill the person making the most sense, one vote for Crow, slight lead on Crow. Couple non-committed. That's 3 votes for Crow. Looks like we're going the revolution. Any last minute takes on this, kids? Alright. Looks like it's time to rise up.
All right, Rangers. You hear that, Markham? We're coming in!
Get the guillotines, kids.
Idiots! You'll never get through these doors.
Oh, sorry, Rangers. I can't help you anymore. You're going against everything Administrator Markham wanted. I gotta try and stop you.
Okay, we're sort of getting curved down here. Ah, we got some spot music. Yeah, I feel like negotiating with the strikers should have been priority 1 while we went and got the degausser. Like, Markham clearly made some mistakes here. And now she's gonna pay for it. Now, because the robots are equipped with stun weaponry, they're a lot less of a problem for us. Alright. Sorry, doggies. Yeah, like I said, I actually... This is an uncomfortable dilemma for me, because I am naturally sympathetic for labor, cards on the table, I grew up in a labor household. But also, I remember that the computer behind all this deliberately engineered the strike, so I feel like this conflict is exactly what it wants. Why it wants this, I don't know, but the fact that it's the AI, or these robots from the second game that we were fighting, makes me think there's some darker purpose behind all this. So there's a lot to consider, and I genuinely can see an argument for both sides in this case. That's entirely possible. It could be a case where it wants someone to get in far enough to kill it, because considering these things have been in a conscious suspended animation for who knows how long, it could very well just want us to end it. Alright.
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Right, guys?
Nice. Scotchmo, where can you go, buddy? Yeah, that's the other point of concern, is that we're going to be killing some people here that were actually advocating for the workers. Unless it lets us defuse the situation like we were able to earlier. Alright. Let's stun some dudes. Yeah, they do a good job with the spot music in this game. They've had a lot of interesting covers that are done in sort of by various contemporary artists in completely different styles. And sometimes they play over select encounters. Like when you go to free one guy from prison, who can potentially be used to undermine Liberty's army, what plays is like it's a cover of the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And for a bunch of cannibals, there's a song in the background that's like this somber country cover of Wang fucking Chung's Everybody Have Fun Tonight. It's really good. It's kind of crazy how well it works. That's the thing, we don't quite know how it's going to shake out, so let's just get inside and see what happens. First die. How much you move up? One silver lining about fighting the robots. They don't do a lot of damage to you with their weapons until you've got 10 stacks going on you. Once you do, they can stun you and almost one-hit kill you, but up to that point, the weapons themselves don't do much. There she is.
No.
Sorry, Di. I know this isn't doing much for U.S.-Canadian relations, but you have to trust me, this is for the greater good. Alright, probably get Lucia up. It's a good idea to have your leader also be your medic. You get a whole bunch of perks just from having them do stuff. Medics make for surprisingly good killing machines with the right build. Fly. There we go. Aim carefully. Quite so. I mean, you know, aftercare is very important. Yeah, that unfortunately happens with other electrical effects as well. They usually leave some kind of hissing or white noise. It's too persistent for the effect they're going for.
Stop me.
Actually, let me see if I can turn the sound effects down. That's effects. I will wind this down just a little bit. It's a little better. Yeah, the problem is it's a persistent sound effect for a turn-based battle. You can be sitting in place for a while trying to decide things. I think XCOM gets more attention because, especially in the early game, every shot matters more. Like, you're more likely to get screwed over by a bad shot in the early game when the enemy landing a shot is almost certainly lethal. At the very least, incredibly dangerous for the troops. I'm sure that's part of it. Like, your mind mentally tracks the shots you miss and not the shots that make it. Did that just do basically nothing? Honestly, where XCOM excels is the overall group. What it did right is it made it fun to get through a mission, go through your base building stuff, research upgrades, and then move to try them out in the next mission. It's a pretty satisfying rhythm. Damn it, Nate! Alright, have to have Raleigh run over there. It's a satisfying rhythm to play overall. You have to get through the early game to get there when it's most likely to throw some bullshit at you. And he's out of ammo. Fan-fucking-tastic. Right. Well, that's all he's got now. I'll be fast forwarding through this in the edit. You know what? Morning Star. Crush.
Oh well.
Now they took out our turret, but whatever, we can throw more out.
Light sensors, I think.
Man, I don't know about that. Seems to be working out alright for us so far.
Excuse me a sec.
Okay, she is fixing herself. I see it now. She must have, like, She must have, there's repair kits. There are items you can use to repair friendly mechanical units, and she must have those equipped. Okay, good. She didn't heal herself. We can finish this. This fight can finally end, folks. Alright. Lucia, 6 to the dome. Thank Christ.
Rangers, with me! Time to take out Markham.
Okay, time to jumble some weapons around. We'll have some with non-lethals just in case we actually can put some people down safely inside. But yeah, Quan's going to need something with a little more punch, and more importantly with ammo. That uses... Yeah, no wonder why that uses flamethrower fuel. That'll do. Jody. You know what? Damage for humans, animals, mutants. No, we're fighting robots. We'll ever stick with that. Scotchmo, let's give you your good shotgun back. Raleigh, you're mostly fine. 8, you're mostly fine. Let's make some bolts, though. Alright, in we go. Actually, do we need to talk to you first?
We did it!
Okay, now, here we go.
Could not stand before us.
Okay, so I had a feeling this song was famous somehow. I just wasn't sure. Sometimes the cover sort of makes it a little hard to place. But yeah, that is fitting given the topic.
Stay strong, workers! The Rangers are with us!
Alright. Okay, no hostiles in here. Although it's real tempting to shoot Benny.
I'm not sure you are authorized to take that.
Shut up, nerdlinger.
Paperwork. Are you absolutely sure you're authorized to do that?
I am now.
You did say the Computation Engine authorized this, correct?
Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's spice things up a bit. First, fix the toaster. A Russian nesting doll. Okay, that's cute. Alright, so we saved Jody. I've been waiting for this since the thing began. Okay, yeah, no, it fails us. Alright, no, they didn't quite, yeah, Crow's fighting us now, okay. That, sadly, they did not intend us to do. Damn it, Wasteland. I trusted you. We'll just have to commit murder in our hearts for now. Okay.
We've got access to the control room. Looks like we'll have to fight our way around.
Alright,
Good.
let's go.
That'll give us a chance to clear out Markham's produce.
Alright, so we don't have to fight the vendor. That's good. Yeah, I see the logic in having an enemy that can heal. It's just in that specific context of trying to whittle down someone with a lot of hit points. It proves fairly obnoxious. Alright, so we can actually ambush these guys. Actually, Quan, my dude. How about you surprise them from behind? Take Scotch Milk with you. Can you get more than one with your shotgun? No, it doesn't quite reach far enough. Damn it! Kitty battle cry. We're actually making progress now. Jody, put a turret out. Let's see if that soaks up some fire.
Come on, guys! Let's get it in gear!
Alright, Scotchy boy. Can we get a few of them at once? Yes! Really? That was right in front of you. There we go. Speaking of suspect odds... Oh, interesting. This has an area of effect. Nice. Hey, now we got some fire. Yes! Oh, man, I should have equipped this from the start. Alright. Raleigh, where are you? Here we go. Nate. Give me a line shot. Without hitting the worker, ideally. Nice!
Calm down. Now you can push.
Alright, maybe we can get through this without killing any people after all. I mean, Markham's probably gonna buy it. But we'll see what happens to the rest of the staff.
Justice, get ready for the fist!
Stick it to him!
Monkey!
I kind of feel bad for the clone. There's no way he understands what's actually happening or why. He just goes in and punches stuff. Alright. Eight. Yay! I mean, it could certainly be worse. Oh, right, boosters incapacitated. That's a bit of an issue. You know what, I like to think the clone and Tomcat are on the same wavelength. Secretly, they can have a conversation with each other. Like, when you play an idiot in Fallout 2, and you can talk with that one guy in Klamath. The town idiot. And it's like this perfectly coherent conversation.
I record maintenance.
Nice. Now we're talking. That's why Scotchro wasn't holding up his end. He didn't have a shotgun.
Over here, guys!
Alright, time to move up. Ah! Could have aimed that better. Oh well.
That easily?
Oh, that was a shame.
Stick it to him! Running now!
Yeah, get him, clone. One more punch, buddy. Oh.
Move my legs.
Alright. Go on, do be careful with the clone. He's more expensive to replace than you. Yeah, we're basically the protagonist from Prey here. Like the original 2005 Prey. We can revive and they can't. It puts us at a distinct advantage, you might say. So long as one of us is alive, we're functionally immortal. Although I do have permadeath in this, where if someone stays down, if they run out of time, they die permanently. Okay, okay, we're going. Onward! No, I can't pick through it. Of course, we got another fight here. Yeah, Sibby did a video on that recently, and there's a lot of really interesting things that game does that went completely overlooked for its time. It really deserves a proper re-release on GOG or something. Like, one guy in the comments actually pointed out that the keypads were base 8, like they went from 0 to 7, and that the aliens have 4 fingers. Like, that's kind of an insane little detail. And it's just clear that a lot of attention went into the design and structure of that game. Ah. Alright.
Fire.
Yeah, it does a lot of really interesting things on a technical level. It's kind of amazing that it got made, let alone is made so well.
Calm down, valiant employees.
From the side!
Just you wait!
Taking the shot!
Deploying energy field! Batteries charged! Deploying energy field! Batteries charged! Deploying energy field! Batteries charged!
Hit 3. No, not quite. Oh well. Yeah, there we go. Yes! Admittedly, fire is not as spectacular to use against robots. I think they actually get a damage penalty, or a damage reduction against it. But we are setting fire to things. Getting a little sloppy here. I probably should have fired that elsewhere. Oh well. How precise can we get with this here shotgun? We don't want to be in the AoE when that happens. Just barely. You know what? He's in cover. He'll be alright. There we go. Acceptable losses. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna hack that bot there. Damn. Yeah, well. Nice. Good hit, maintenance worker. Or foundry worker.
This is gonna hurt!
Get him, Tomcat. Alrighty, Roo.
Requesting turtle.
This fight thankfully going much quicker. Still not quick enough for my liking. Yeah, there's always that one guy that stands in the stupid. Sorry, Tomcat. Try to duck. Alright, Scotchmo, we're gonna have to give you 10 lashes at the mast for that. I know I gave you the order, but it was a wrong order and you should have disobeyed it. Let's move up. Two more to go. Yeah, see, it's not clear that that barrel was still covered. Well, I guess he's still kind of ducking behind it.
Let's finish this!
But from the direction Quan was firing, it looks like it should have cleared that when it didn't.
Let's slow you down!
I wouldn't say that's, like, buggy per se, it's just kind of non-indicative from the model versus the mechanics of it. Hey, thanks, Provost. Alright. Let's finish this. Almost there. Ah. That's the problem with the shotgun. You really need both a shotgun and a handgun to make a good shotgun build. You need something for precision attacks. Which shotguns very much aren't. Damn it. No, come on now. Really? Yeah, it's really kind of interesting that the new Prey was named Prey at all. Like, it clearly doing its own thing. It's a whole new property. And to be fair, actually, to be clear, I enjoyed Prey quite a lot, the new one, but it's... Yeah, I don't know. There's almost certainly some kind of interesting story behind why they chose that name specifically. Because obviously the second Prey was supposed to be like this bounty hunter in space thing, and it would be a canonical sequel. And the story behind why that never saw the light of day is this whole other ball of wax. No. That's what I'm looking for. This perk goes well with the medic. Basically, if you move more than a few spaces in combat, you get a free attack with a submachine gun. And that works well because medics get a boost to combat speed, which is the space you can move per action point, if a person goes down. So if someone takes a fatal hit, you can run over, kill the thing that attacked them for free, and heal them all in the same turn. A good medic build is extremely powerful in this game. Alright, there's not really two shotguns, and we can grab that for later. Just sort of spinning these quickly here. That's not terribly useful. Neither is that. Ah, what the hell. Get a Scotch mode some more points. We'll upgrade hard ass. Scotch mode with intelligence is a terrifying thought. Should have been the small guns, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Okay, onward. So, if we can't get through that door, I'm assuming we have to go in through the side over here. Yeah, you might say there's a recurring theme of happiness in ignorance in this game.
Looks like you're not here to give me the synaptic degausser.
Alright, here we go.
Seeing as how you sided with the workers in the factory, I should have predicted this, but I thought you were smart. There's no way Crow will be able to defend Steeltown against what's coming like I could. You're sentencing everyone to death.
Sorry, Markham, you had your chance.
You sentenced everyone to death, Markham! Since you put the CE in charge, dozens of workers have died! Under-rested, overworked, collapsing at their stations! You did that! But without you, the workers will save this place. We'll make it thrive! Together!
Without any management experience, without knowing how to fix the machines, Steeltown will crash and burn in a day, and then the gangs will come in and put you all in cages.
Management experience is a bit overrated, in my opinion.
Well, won't that be a change?
Yeah, no. We're going to take her alive here.
You're serious? You'd kill me? For trying to make Colorado a better place? Well, if you're giving me a choice, I'll walk out. I've started from scratch a dozen times. What's one more? Good luck running this place without me. And have fun with the Computation Engine, idiots.
Yeah, time to see what happens from the change in
Get rid of
management.
Markham, Rangers. Finally, the workers are in control of Steeltown. Now everybody will have a fair... Wait a minute, we're not done yet. There's still the beast that started all this bullshit in the first place. Markham's tool of oppression, the Computation Engine. It's time to let some actual humans start making the decisions around here.
Yeah, there's an open question of how much Crow is actually prepared to run the place. She's clearly fit for a labor movement leader, but what's going to happen next? We still have to deal with the computer behind all this.
Let me unlock the elevator to the spire so you can go destroy that thing. When you're done, you can take whatever you want from Markham's office as payment.
For once, I'm way ahead of you.
Okay, all unlocked. Go, go, go! For the revolution!
All right.
Hope Markham left some kind of manual around here.
Let's see what these people have to say about the change in management here.
What are you in the market for today?
Well, he's going along with it pretty well.
Go right ahead.
Okay, I think they just didn't update his text for this.
No. If the
Yeah,
gangs
this is
get
all
here,
stuff he
and
would've told
I
us
hope
earlier.
my pleasure. Have a non-lethal day.
Oh, yeah. Clearly Markham was letting the computer do all the thinking for her. And I feel like there was more to the story than we knew. Anyway, let's go up top and see what we're dealing with.